All right, Andreas, thanks for coming back here. Before you walked in here, I was looking over your test results, and you seem to be overall healthier than last time. Your lungs have cleared up tremendously, and I think that has a lot to do with your smoking. You quit smoking, correct?
Right.
So, congratulations on that. You're living a much healthier life because of that. However, we do have another issue that we need to talk about, and that's in your gum area, in your mouth. We saw a lot of sores in there. Your teeth were rotting, and
Yeah, I think I could explain that, but you can go on with your analysis.
yeah. So we saw rotting of the gums, rotting of the teeth, and a lot of sores. Do you know what that could be caused by?
Probably my dipping habit.
Oh,
I've been doing it a while. I mean, not a while, not as long as smoking, but I've definitely picked it up after smoking.
yeah, you picked up dipping.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That makes a lot of sense. Seeing as all the problems are with on the bottom of your mouth. Why did you pick up such a bad habit after you did such a good job quitting smoking? Why would you pick up dipping?
I think it's a good substitute to have something other than a cigarette. I mean, I definitely needed my lungs for running,
Mm-hmm.
but now that I have dipping, I think I'm just better off
Uh-huh.
dipping than smoking.
Yeah. So is that why you started? You had to fill the void basically.
Yeah.
You need that nicotine in you.
Pretty much.
All right. So how often do you dip?
I have to say about 9 times a day.
Nine
I
times a day.
go through a whole tin a day.
So you do a tin a day.
Yeah, it's like I don't even want to do it. It just happens. Like I'll be watching TV. Next thing you know, I pick up my tin. I pack a lip. I'll be playing video games.
Yeah.
Uh, Cooking, like anything I do, I just
You
dip.
don't even think about it anymore. It's
Right.
almost just like breathing or blinking. You
Exactly.
just pack a dip in there. Oh well, we're probably gonna have to fix that because as you know, well, I don't know if you do know, but dipping doesn't really have a lot of positive effects on the body. It's not like smoking where it can hurt your lungs, but it can lead to a lot of cancers of the mouth and of the tongue. Did you know stuff like that?
Yeah.
You didn't know that, and you still picked it up.
Yeah.
So you went to school, you would quit smoking.
Hmm.
Do you think part of the reason why you picked up dipping was because of your friends? Do any people that you hang out with dip?
Oh, definitely. That's a huge part of it. All my friends up there, they all dip.
Hmm.
So being the only smoker in the group, I mean, that was kind of like not right
Yeah.
to a point. So I figured like if I stopped smoking, not only that would be a huge impact on my lungs, but I'd also be able to like have the same buzz with dip.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's a big part of it as well. Just like hanging around with my friends, packing the lip.
Yeah. So it must have started slow for you, right? Maybe
Right.
you go out on a night and then
Right.
you do one here and then one there and then you wake up the next day and all of a sudden you realize you're literally dipping every second of the day.
Right. It was like a lip a day, and then that'd go on like a few lips here and there, and then it just moved on.
Yeah. So so you're basically your friends and the people you hang around with really influence you on starting dipping.
Yeah, you can say that.
Have you ever thought about quitting?
I did a while ago, but not anymore. Like I know that it would help out my gums. Like it would have a huge impact on them, but I just think it'd be very hard to not have a nicotine substitute for that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna think of ways to brainstorm to how to quit. But before we do that, let's talk about why do you actually dip? Does it do you have a lot of stress in your life? Is that why you're because when you smoke cigarettes, that nicotine it relaxes you. That's why a lot of people smoke. Is that why
Right.
you're dipping?
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, obviously the social aspect of it has a lot to do with it. Just hanging around with my friends,
Yep.
packing a lip every now and then. Yeah, it's like a good way to like relax. But yeah, even with school, just coming back after class, packing a lip, it just helps you out. Studying, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand that. People deal with stress in different ways. I don't dip or smoke, so when I get stressed out, I like to go to the gym or something like that.
Mhm.
So obviously you've turned to dipping, and let's think of ways that we can brainstorm to quit because there's other ways that you can fill that void rather than dipping. So have any of your friends that do dip, have they ever quit? Have any of them ever quit?
One of them has quit, right?
Was it recent?
It was about 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a lot better with their lives. I can see that, and then they look better too. Yeah, I think it definitely had a huge positive impact.
Yeah, and I'm sure that I'm sorry. I'm sure that he, now that he's quit and he doesn't have the addiction anymore, I'm sure he's reached out to you and all the guys and said, you guys have to stop too, right? Am I right?
Yeah, he's trying to make us quit, but at the same time, we don't want to. It's just something we can't let go right now.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Well, let's go back to your smoking habits for a 2nd.
Mhm.
You smoked for a couple years, am I right?
Yeah, I smoked since I was 16
Mm-hmm.
to 19 years old.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you ended up going up to Norwich to college, and you needed your lung capacity and all that. You needed to be able to breathe in order to perform whatever you were doing up there, right?
Right, right.
So how did you go about quitting smoking? Can you talk me through that?
At first, it was like initial week of training.
Mm-hmm.
We had to quit for about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every now and then I'd sneak out and I'd smoke a cigarette because I just needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like all good because I would only smoke one every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely helped me with my running and everything. I was a lot better off like physically doing things.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since I actually decided to quit smoking in general, I already started dipping.
Yeah, exactly.
So that kind of like canceled off.
Mm-hmm.
So I think dipping definitely started like as soon as I quit smoking.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, I know you quit smoking, so obviously you have that mentality and that, that almost like that willpower to, you have something negative go on in your life and you quit it. So I believe that you can personally stop dipping as well, just like you did smoking.
Right.
So, like going back to your friend who quit, I'm sure all your other friends have thought about quitting. So maybe one way you could quit was maybe do it as a group. It's when you're doing something individually, it's always harder than when you're doing it in a group. So
Right.
I think if you were to get a few of your friends together and say, hey, let's start, slowly start quitting, you think they would be up for that?
I think that worked. The hardest part would be convincing them to do that.
Yeah.
Some of them don't have the same mindset like I do. Like I'd want to quit at some point, but my friend could be like, "Oh, I don't want to quit right now. I don't want to quit within the next 5 years."
Yeah.
So it's definitely like that would be the hardest part, convincing them. But other than that, I mean, I think we could do it as a group.
I mean, I believe you guys are all up there. You guys all have almost like military backgrounds. So you guys all have the willpower, like I said before. So I feel like if you would get some of your friends to go along with you to quit,
Yeah.
I think like you said, the hardest part would be to convince them to. But once you convince them to, I think you'd be able to do it. Can you think of any other ways that you could quit? You would be able to quit dipping, make life easier.
I've tried several things in the past. I've tried patches that didn't work. It was very expensive too. I tried coffee pouches. That was
yeah, I've seen that.
That was a kind of silly alternative.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it just
couldn't
do it. Like you just need like that same
sensation. Almost.
Right.
Yeah.
That same rush.
Totally understand.
It just helps out a lot better.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it like that. But yeah, I've tried different things in the past. Just nothing has been the same.
What activities do you do? A lot of times that you dip, you're stressed.
Right.
You want to relieve stress. What are the things you like to do in your life to relieve stress besides dipping? What do you like to do? You like to go to the gym? You like to go for a run?
Yeah, I like going to the gym. I like punching a lot. I think that just helps.
Just relieving your stress with punches and stuff like that.
But the only problem with that is I'll pack a lip right after that.
Yeah, so exactly.
Defeats the purpose.
Well, I think that you quit smoking, so I know you can quit dipping. So if you can, by the next time I see you, if not quit, maybe just minimize how much you're actually doing it. You said you do it, a tin a day,
right?
9 or 10 times a day.
Yeah.
One step would be, let's limit that to maybe 3/4 of a tin, and then half a tin, a quarter. Instead of packing 9 lips, let's do 5 lips, and slowly try to, when you get, that, you wanna, you get that thing in your head that says, I want to dip. Try to block it out and say, hey, I think I can go without it. And like I said, try to get your friends to go along with it. If you get your friends to go along with it, I believe that this could be a much easier process. So
yeah, it might work.
I think it will work. So do you have a tin on you right now?
I do.
Can I see it? Come on, man, you can do this. Let go of it. All right. So, but next time I see you, hopefully you'll be on your way to quitting, right? Because we don't need this. All right, man.
That was really loud.
I know it was.